Namaste, Jai Bharat. The Pakistani YouTubers are very instructive at times because through their YouTube activities you get a glimpse of their social activities and even social thinking. There are quite a few YouTubers who just go and speak to people and just report what others speak. It's very interesting to note that the people who respond to the YouTubers' questions with the mic out there in the street somewhere, they're experts in creating fantasies. They create excellent fantasies, which they call as jazba. I don't understand that word completely, jazba, because I understand it as something else. So they say that we have a lot of jazba, jazba that should have been. So they say a lot of things, and in all likelihood, as we see in the media, their newsmakers also create fantasies to write news and create narratives. Of course, creating narratives is nothing new in the world. People do create narratives. In our parliament, people do create opposition. They really do create narratives. It's there. Now, few things are very interesting to watch. They say that the Muslims are suffering in Bharat. Almost all people say that in Bharat the Muslims are suffering. Fundamentally, they were telling that in Kashmir Muslims are sidelined and separated, and they say that the Muslims in Bharat are suffering. I should understand. Someone should. Those who visited Bharat, of course, doesn't agree to this. They see many visuals I have seen that someone who had come to Bharat for treatment or things like that, when they get back, they say all these narratives are fake. We have been told and taught that the Muslims in Bharat are oppressed or suffering, but we don't see anything like that. They're very comfortable people. And they welcome. Some people have relatives in Bharat, of course. Their case is unique because they know they keep coming and going, and they don't agree with this kind of narratives. But nonetheless, such kind of narratives gets created and spread among the people, which of course they already have an anti-mentality to Bharat, which were taught right from the schools, particularly in madrasas. They're taught that Bharat is your enemy, Dushman Desha, all these things. And we, of course, don't care about friendliness or enmity, all those things. It doesn't make any difference to us. But they carry this, and naturally, such narratives will add fuel to fire. Another narrative is very interestingly, okay, if they say the Muslims are getting persecuted in Bharat, we may think that, because they are Muslims and they think that we do to the Muslims as what they would do to the Hindus. Possibilities are there, logic goes like that, because they understand, they know that what their majority would do to the Hindu minority, so they would naturally expect the Hindus to do the same thing to the Muslims, because of a simple reason that they have not understood Hindus even after staying here for 800 years. I mean, I'm talking about the Pakistanis. The Muslims of Bharat, they know they're authentic Muslims in the sense that they're Bharatiya Muslims. They're a different lot. Of late, they come out with a narrative that the Sikhs are being persecuted. And it gives us a big laugh to even in Bharat. If we say the Sikhs are troubled, no one can trouble the Sikhs. Do you think they take the troubles? Do you think they struggle? They lie low and take any kind of disturbances if someone is doing it to them? Certainly not. The Sikhs are the guardians of the Hindu nation. That's the history, what the Gurus were doing. So they create this narrative, the Sikh community is persecuted in Bharat. That gives all people in Bharat a big laugh, because we don't know such things. Fundamentally, we don't make any difference between the Sikh and Hindu. And do you know one thing? How to become a Sikh? If a Hindu wants to become a Sikh, there is no rituals, there is no ceremony. He just simply go and become a Sikh. That's all he say. He thinks that he is a Sikh from tomorrow. It's the case. And these people have no understanding of religions coexisting. Different people coexist. They have no understanding. They think everyone is like them. That's a problem. That's a problem. They wear their particular spectacles and try to look at the world through their kind of spectacles. See, in Bharat, the Sikhs and Hindus are blood relations, in the sense that I had a classmate, Kuldeep Singh. We both were students in Khalsa College in Punjab, and he was a Sikh. He was a Sikh. And of course, we become friends. Then one day, it's 12 kilometers away, his village. So those days, young blood, we took a cycle, went to his house. He took me to his house. There, of course, he's only Sikh in the house. His father is a Hindu, his sisters are Hindu, then his mother is a Hindu, he's only Sikh. You know how this happens. When his father was not getting sons, he requested the Gurdwara, he prayed at the Gurdwara, when I get a son, I'll make him a Sardar. And that's how Kuldeep was born. Now, this is the kind of relations we have with Sikhs and Hindus, and how they have already tried this before to create differences between Sikhs and Hindus way back and flopped it. But you can't differentiate us via blood relations. So this is the existence of Sikhs, and nobody thinks them as other. Nobody thinks they are separate. Hindus go to Gurdwaras in plenty. So this kind of narratives are created. So they're fantasies, and actually the press or their other social media supports it. The problem with them is they have this so-called disease of Jazba. It actually should be called as disease of Jazba, and they create fantasies. They create fantasies and speak of that fantasies, and after repeating it two, three times, that becomes reality with the person who speaks. They say we have atom bomb. Keep telling that we have atom bomb. You think that if you create an atom bomb way back in 1950s, that will remain intact for the use in the future? And you just make somebody made an atom bomb and gave you think that you're fine. Atom bomb is a series of sequences of things, any bomb for that matter. They have a firm to date. They are supposed to expire dates. You put a atom head to any bomb. It's not that easy that from someone you get the technology and somebody made an atom bomb and that's there to one. It's a technology can produce whatever kinds of bomb you want when you want. Now that should be the understanding. But they keep telling we have atom bomb, we'll do that. The Islamic bomb until they were writing when that phenomenon took place. Anyway, so that's what they think. So they create fantasies. They create fantasies that many things. We have talent. My God, you have no talent that way. But they believe and they keep talking that we have talent and everyone nods in appreciation. Yes, in agreement that we have talent. We have great talent. Now, why your talent is not manifesting? Because our politicians are bad. Politicians are your product. Politicians don't come from outside. They come from within the society. You should be capable of changing the politicians into something better. You are lawless and indisciplined, so you need such rules. That's why you get such rules. That's a problem. Then they say, we have the best army in the world. My God, you have the most corrupt army in the world. And an army which is not under the civil government is an anarchy. An army that's not controlled by a civil government in any democracy is simply an anarchy. They do whatever they feel like because they have their collection. The collection of people. They do anything that they feel like. They fix their own salaries, they buy their things, and they don't know how they make money, army. They make money, deposit in foreign banks, and they just after the service they get lost. They go to some other place. So you say that you have talents, you have very great people, you have an army, you have your forces, which is the best in the world. These are the so-called fantasies they create, and they call these fantasies as Jazba, and they seem to be very happy with the creation of Jazbas. So their narratives, their social media creates narratives which are spurious, essentially spurious, and spread among the people and keep people under false consciousness. This is precisely false consciousness. They don't know. And when this reality strikes them at some corner in life, if they happen to be, they'll be simply shocked to know that everything what they had been thinking is absolutely baseless and false. So, no one can head the society of Pakistan at this rate. They should come to realize things. Bangladesh is another history. Somebody says that we will attack and take Assam and Bengal and Tripura with them. This is not dream simply, this is simply fantasy. The drugs, if you take like one person in our society, taking drugs create such hallucinations. They're not merely fantasies, they're deep hallucinations that we'll do this, we'll do that. Precisely, you found this Hamas doing this, Hezbollah doing this, Houthis doing this, and they're unable to realize the impact of when they get it back, and they never understand they had been spuriously fantasizing, hallucinating. This is a situation. So don't take serious when Pakistan says something in YouTube or something in the media. We don't take serious. Just keep it for entertainment. We'll meet again with some other thoughts. Till then, Namaste, Jai Bharat and Jai Shri Ram.